What's up guys, it's Louis here, hope you are doing great. This video is going to be about my 400,000 Rand property investment strategy and why you as a beginner should probably follow this same recipe. This is by no means the only strategy or the best strategy out there, but it is a strategy that can work for people that are just starting out. Most people think of property investments as something like this, or even something like this, and even though these properties really look appealing, it's not necessarily the best investment for each and every beginner investor. Although there's still different ways to make money with these type of properties, for beginners it's probably not going to be a good investment. So if you like the idea of this video, if you like the content on the channel, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out a lot. With that said, let's jump straight into it. I'm going to show you guys what I mean and why you should consider following this same recipe. Like I said, most people will buy a property like this. This is a property in a nice suburb in Bloemfontein, and obviously as you can see, it looks pretty nice. It's very neat. It's very kind of like modern for most people. And it has all the bells and whistles that you need. So this is probably a place that a family will live in, or a married couple or whatever. And we can see that it's actually under offer as well. This is just another example. It's around 950,000 Rand for a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, which is very expensive in my opinion. But again, this is the type of properties that most people see as good investments. I'm sure that you know what I'm talking about when I'm showing you guys this properties. There's a lot of deals out there similar to this, and this is not necessarily something that we should buy. Just bear with me for a moment. Again, 400,000 Rand is the amount that I'm going to work on today, because this is properties that I feel is readily available all over South Africa, and it's really achievable for most beginner investors. I'm just going to quickly show you the photos of this specific property. I already calculated the numbers and used my Excel sheet to input everything, so we can kind of go through this video quickly. Like we can see here, it's a flat in a business area in Bloemfontein. This area is called West Dean. I really love the area. We can see that it's a bachelor's flat. It has a small kitchen, it has one large living area, and it has a small bathroom. This might not seem very appealing for a lot of investors because it's not necessarily a very good looking property, but if you have the right vision, you can turn it into a good looking property. We can see that it's listed for 395,000 Rand. And I just wanted to show you quickly, if we made a 395,000 Rand offer, it means that our minimum gross monthly income needs to be around 13,000 Rand. So this is the income that you need to have to be able to acquire finance for this property over 30 years with the current interest rate. I feel that this is achievable for a lot of people in South Africa, although not everyone has a salary that is above 10,000 Rand, for example. I still feel that this is an achievable goal to set for yourself. Maybe you are still starting out. Focus on generating a bit larger income so that you can focus on buying properties like this. What I always like to do is to buy properties on a discount. It means that we make money when we buy the property. So let's say, for example, we were able to buy this property for a decent discount and we put in an offer of 320,000 Rand. This means that our minimum gross monthly income will drop to around 10,000, or let's say 11,000 Rand. So almost 2,000 Rand less if we paid full asking price. We're going to stick with everything else and keep it exactly the same. And I'm going to jump to my property Excel sheet. If you've watched this channel, you know that I love using this. It just makes everything much easier. If you join my basic tier level membership, you can get access to this. I'll send it to you via email, as well as some of the other Excel sheets that I use. Again, there's a couple of things that we need to know. We need to know the property value, our purchase price of the property. Then we have to know what the income for this property will be, as well as all of the expenses. And at the end of the day, this will give us a cash flow amount monthly and yearly, as well as a return on investment. So just follow along. Like we said, the property value is 395,000 Rand, but we will only be buying this property for 320,000 Rand. This means that we have an equity position of 75,000 Rand. This is money that we technically make because it is like a discount. If we buy something for cheaper than it's actually worth, it means that we are winning. Then when it comes to the rental income, let me just quickly show you the photos here again. This person has actually done exactly this, and it's called a multi-let. You can see that this person has a bed over here with a desk, and on the other side there's a desk and a bed as well. This was probably rented to students. You can focus on students or working class people. For this example, to keep it simple, we're going to rent out the beds for a working class person, maybe someone that's just starting out. So let's say we can rent out this bed for 3,000 Rand as well as the other one for 3,000 Rand, meaning our rental income will be 6,000 Rand. I know what you're thinking, 3,000 Rand for a bed, that seems expensive. Just hold on for a second. We can see that our bond expenses will be 3,230. Our levies for the property will be 650. Our rates and taxes is 406 Rand. And these are expenses that we will have every single month. So we need to budget for all of these expenses. What I like to do is to include Wi-Fi with these properties as well as water, and the electricity will be prepaid. I like to include 150 Rands of water as well as uncapped fiber Wi-Fi. In these areas, it's around 500 Rand for I think a 10 meg uncapped fiber line. This person living here will technically save around 400 Rand because we are covering water and Wi-Fi, which is both very important. Our rental income of 6,000 Rand minus all of our expenses, which is 5,000 Rand, gives us a monthly cash flow of 914 Rand, or a yearly income of 10,000, almost 11,000 Rand. And I know what you're thinking, this won't make you rich. It's not a lot of money, but imagine you can continue to repeat this whole process over and over and over again, as well as having an equity position that will cover your next transfer and registration cost. Just hold on for a second. The only cost that we need to pay from our own pockets, you can still lend this money, but most of the time this is something that you'll have to pay cash, and that will be the bond and transfer cost. And for a property of 395,000 Rand, it will be around 36,000 Rand. So if we divide our yearly income with our total money invested of 36,000 Rand, we get to a return on investment of 30%, which is absolutely excellent. If you still think that 3,000 Rand for this property might be a bit too much as it looks at the moment, another thing you can do is to kind of renovate the property. What I like to do is I would like to include the beds, meaning you pay for the beds beforehand. They have brand new beds, and you can paint out the whole flat. So a property this size, around 37 squares, should be done with a budget of 5,000 Rand, meaning that our total investment amount goes up from 36,000 Rand to 45,000 Rand, which still gives us an excellent return on investment of 24.37%. So that's basically the idea and the strategy that I like to follow. Again, I wish I followed this strategy from the beginning. Although this is not necessarily something that you can read in a book, I hope that the knowledge that you can gain from my videos can help you in some way. I hope to inspire South Africans and encourage people to keep on growing and to improve their financial positions. Subscribe to the channel and join our YouTube community.